Colby, tell me the truth.
Yeah, Barry?
Did someone just really human shit on me? Is that human shit? Yeah. Oh, man. What's going on, guys? My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the third movie of
Rockumentary, mockumentaries.
You know, we change up the day once, and Colby's all out of sorts. Oh man, yeah. Today is one I didn't want to revisit. I think I saw this movie a long time ago. Yeah. And I was like, oh, no. Performative art, no. Have you?
I had not seen this before, no.
Oh, yeah. I remember, like, this whole situation happening. And I was like, oh, my God, he's lost his damn mind. And then it made sense when this came out, so...
Right.
But still. But here, let's get into our oh, now see, I'm having a brain fart. Our movie trailer, so we can finally reveal the movie we're talking about. All right, we're gonna go a little cliche with this one, but in our world, one man loses his damn mind. Hey, just to tell you, this is gonna be my last role ever. He gives up everything to start a prolific hip-hop career. Califucking-nation. I forgot what the song was. I couldn't listen to it again. Let's see what Joaquin Phoenix does in 2010's I'm Still Here. Yeah, today we're going to be talking about the mockumentary, I believe directed by him as well, and also Casey Affleck.
And Casey Affleck, yep. But written and directed, like, together.
Yeah, who is, by the way, or was, by the way, his brother-in-law when he was married to Summer Phoenix. And now they are no longer on speaking terms. Which I get, you know, you're like, hey, you dumped my sister, so we're not friends anymore. Because this movie really doesn't have a plot, it's just watching one man slowly descend into a very controlled downward spiral.
Right, yeah.
Let me ask you, do you remember this period of time between 2008 and 2010 where Joaquin Phoenix just seemed to be going crazy?
I do, and I didn't see this movie, so I didn't really ever get it.
You just thought at one point he just like snapped out of it?
Yeah, but he's an actor. Like, so, you know, you have some actors, you got Britney Spears, you know, just kind of like at one point just snapped. Miley Cyrus, you know, there's.
Are we all just waiting for just different mockumentaries to come out to explain the odd behavior and not the possible child molestation that happened to them?
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember this, and okay. So first of all, I'm not a huge Joaquin Phoenix fan. Mainly because of his face. I'm pretty sure he's probably a good guy. But, you know, there's like some people you're like, there's just something about your face I want to punch.
Right? Like, because he's like, River Phoenix is his
older brother, yeah.
And, like, at the time, like arguably like top 10 hottie list, you know?
Oh yeah, he was a definitely like a teen beat kind of
Yeah.
like yeah guy, and then like you have Joaquin Phoenix who kind of looks like probably he looks more like the little brother of a young Jack Black.
I, I could see that.
Yeah, they have like similar like square facial features. But like obviously like Joaquin Phoenix is a phenomenal actor. You know, he's like I especially hated him in fucking Gladiator.
Right. It's one of those weird things where you're like, he must, he's not that attractive, so he must really be a good actor.
But like like obviously, like I'm pretty sure there's a lot of women that find him attractive. He's not a bad looking guy. It's just something about his face I've always wanted to be like, oh man, punch you right there. And obviously, Joker in the first one, which was really good, and then the second one, which was also good, but it's just like the tone is so like the director's like this movie wasn't supposed to inspire anything, so I'm gonna make this movie as ridiculous as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, no, I remember this stretch when I especially remember the Letterman interview, and I was like, oh my god.
I remember the I, I don't know if I saw it or if I just saw like clips of it
Yeah,
after,
on early YouTube.
yeah, somewhere, but I totally
Yeah,
remember.
it was on Extra.
And it just being like, wow, that dude's weird.
Hollywood's weird, man. But yeah, and so let's really get into like trying to just really this 2 almost 2 hour movie is like one long vlog of Joaquin Phoenix and Casey Affleck doing this mockumentary of like, oh, it's a performative art movie, which is like I can see why it didn't even break $1 million.
But like it's so interesting that they how they did it.
Yeah,
Like they basically, like, he was like almost real life said, I'm quitting acting. I'm gonna
yeah.
be
And he did
uh,
do that in real
yeah.
life,
He's
which
like,
was
I'm gonna be a
a
rap
rap star.
artist, and then just went like super
Method.
meta into like character and filmed the next 2 years, and then then they cut it into a movie, and they were just like, just kidding,
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm still here.
it's so like it's pretty like Sacha Baron Cohen is like pretty good at doing that. Like he's done like Ali G and like Borat with real people,
Right,
but
right.
this one
I
is
just
yeah.
I got like so like Andy Kaufman kind of
Yeah.
vibe, because like Andy Kaufman used to just like he'd do his stand-up comedy, and it was just like you just never knew. And then like didn't it turn out that he also played his own manager, and then like
Yeah.
just like this like in-depth character that brought his like every it blurred the line between
Art and
art and
reality.
reality. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what performative art is about, and I hate it. Like it's not just this. Like there's like a lot of instances like where they have like those like installations where have you ever seen the one where like people are walking but they're like walking on it's like spinning around, they're walking and it's like, "Oh my god. This just means like they're walking two different No. No, this is a money laundering scheme. I'm sure of it." Like, okay, so like before we get into the movie, recently an Italian artist, get this, sold invisible sculptures for $10,000. Invisible, and all you get is a certificate that you have an invisible art piece.
So basically, he's sold certificates for
Yeah.
$10,000 a piece.
I know, but now because you have their certificate, you have to feel obligated to set up like some sort of podium in your home and like put like lights on it, and then people are gonna be like, "What's there?" It's like it's my invisible art,
Right,
and I want
right.
to blow my fucking brains. Like it's like those like fucking paintings of just like white. It's like no, this is fuck you. So yeah, so this movie starts off like pretty plain. It's already kind of just jumped into the whole vlogging situation of Joaquin Phoenix talking to I'm guessing his like manager, and he has like a roommate, weirdly enough, who is also a real like musician from a British pop band or punk
Right,
band,
right.
like an alternative band. By the way, there's a lot of controversy that happened behind the scenes of his like this roommate and Casey Affleck acting very sexually inappropriate to people, to staff. So I just want to
Yeah,
throw
there
that
was
out there.
I heard there was a couple
Yeah, controversial things happening.
some lawsuits that got settled
Yeah.
out of court.
But no, yeah. So we're following Joaquin Phoenix. He's kind of like he's shown a couple home videos of him and his brother River Phoenix back in Panama because that's where they're from, doing some musical numbers, and you're like, oh, okay, they've been like I feel like a lot of actors or like just people like famous people have like done some sort of art since they were kids.
Right, and it totally makes sense. You
Yeah,
know, if you're a good actor, you feel like you've always been kind of in the craft,
yeah,
and that your
one
parents were
way or
pushing you
another.
or whatever when you were like I was like getting Jackson 5 vibes off of that like early.
Exactly. And so like, we cut to a scene of him like he has like a studio, and he's like, yeah, I kind of dabble in music, and he's like playing the guitar a little bit, but he's like super unkempt at this point. He looks homeless.
Right, the rat's nest in the back of his head.
Yeah, and like we have like there's a ton of cameos from like really famous people in here as well. Like I mean, you have Danny DeVito, you have like Bruce Willis, Kanye West, Ben Stiller. So I kind of don't want to have to
It,
like
and
say it all the time, but
kind of like we'll get into it afterwards, but like as I was like looking into it and like watching interview, really like only like 10% of the people that are in this movie knew that it was not real.
yeah, very few people knew that this wasn't real. And so, yeah, like we're kind of following him on his life, and he's doing some sort of charity event with Bruce Willis and Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito isn't there during the rehearsal, so he's practicing lines with one of his stand-ins, and this is kind of like where the unhingedness sort of starts to emanate, right? Because Joaquin Phoenix, like, yeah, he's like, we're doing lines, and he keeps doing some fucking accent. And you see it, and he's kind of like, he's a little bit of an accent, but maybe that's just the character. It's not super heavy.
Right, right.
But Joaquin Phoenix is at this point like, yeah, if you're just a spectator, it's like, yeah, this guy's on drugs right now.
Oh, right.
Because if you want to fool the world, you have to fool the people closest to you first. And yeah, and so like and he's like talking to random people, and he's like, "Yeah, this is gonna be my last role," and they're like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm done, man. I'm fucking done acting, man." And then like it hard cuts to like extra. Oh, star Joaquin Phoenix says that he's gonna be retiring from acting soon, and obviously everyone's
Yeah, and I
like,
guess like he
"Yeah,
had just finished filming a movie and it was like just coming out and he was like, I don't want to do any press for this my acting's done.
yeah,
I got to full focus on my
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 rap."
rap career.
And everyone's kind of like in disbelief with this whole situation, right? Because they're like, there's no way you're going to quit acting to do hip hop.
Yep.
And like, people keep sending him scripts. His agent is like, what are you doing? Come on, like if you need a break, just say that. We'll push a couple months aside so you can go ahead and take a break, reset, just recalibrate yourself. And all that. He's like, no, man, no, I don't want to do it anymore, man. I'm gonna do hip hop. I'm gonna be a fucking rap star, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yep.
And like it comes like to the point where like yeah, like even Ben Stiller comes to his home, and he's kind of like, hey, what do you like? This is all just like like goofy stuff, right? Like we're just being playful right now.
Right. You're wearing a shirt on your head. Just
Should I wear a shirt on my head too? And like Joaquin Phoenix like kind of snaps at him. He's like, "Well, you think this is a fucking joke, man?" And
you're not even funny when you put a cat in a cast and then like, ha, that's real funny. That's not funny. It's a cat.
and like Ben Stiller's like, I think he's talking about There's Something About Mary. He's like, dude, that movie was like 10 years ago. Like, and like it's funny enough because like Ben Stiller himself is also like he's a nepo baby as well. But he's like an amazing actor and writer, so it's like it's so easy to forget that his dad was already famous when he got into the business. And so he feels like he's kind of pushing away a lot of like his like Hollywood crowd, right? Which I gotta tell you, if I was his friend during this time, I would have been like, that's fucking weird. And then then you come out with this movie and it's like, yeah, I don't know, man. You're still man, that was weird, man. Like you could have just told me I'm an actor. I would have acted like, what the fuck?
Right, because he's got his two friends, and it's one is totally like yes man.
Yeah, I mean he's his manager, I think. So he's kind of just doing whatever he wants.
Right, but like every time he tries to sing and it's bad, he's always like, "Oh, that one sounded so good. That was so much better than the last one."
Hey, if someone's paying me $100K,
kind of like, hey, we're friends, and I used to be in the band, so like I'll help you write these songs, but like you gotta be realistic about it.
Yeah. So I don't even like they had to have been on it too because the scene later on where our opening quote is from had to be fake. I have to believe that it was fake. There's no way that like I'm letting somebody like let go free after doing that to me. Like I'm pressing charges. Yeah, and so like he gets into his idea. He's kind of like shown a little bit of the music, and I really couldn't listen to this. Like it hurt my heart as like I'm not like Eminem levels of hip hop nerdum, but I love hip hop so much that like to listen to bad.
Right, like it his raps were like what a bad writer was writing a high school student preparing to rap for like the talent show.
Yeah. Yeah. And so like I physically covered my ears. I couldn't. I just couldn't. But like he gets it into his head. He's like talking to his agent. He's like, "Hey, I need like a really good producer, to really like launch my career." And they're like, well, Dre said no. Dr. Dre said no. He might not be busy, but he's busy.
Yeah.
But then they're funny enough, they're like, "What about Diddy?" And I was like, "Oh no, not after the documentary."
I was watching this with Teresa, and when they said, "How about Diddy?" Teresa immediately was like, "This movie is more than 10 years old, isn't it?"
Yeah. Oh God, you watched this with Teresa? Did you tell her that this was your pick?
I told her it was my pick. Yeah.
Okay. She's already blamed me enough, so I don't want her to blame me for this.
I was like, this is my pick. It's got Joaquin Phoenix and you like him. You're gonna love this movie.
She
not
hated
knowing what we were getting into.
Did she go to bed after? Did she go to bed in the middle of it? She's like, "I'm going to bed."
well, she went to like play Angry Birds, but she stayed there in front of the movie.
I can't. Yeah, and so like, but like, yeah, like the agent was like, cool, you know, we'll set it up. We'll set it up with Diddy. He's in New York right now. Go ahead and meet him. And so like they fly to New York. They're kind of like getting into like a little bit of debauchery. Like, what's it called? Their meeting kind of fails with Diddy because he like leaves town as soon as they get in. So Joaquin
Right? Yeah,
Phoenix,
they're like half an hour late, and he's there
yeah,
like, "Did you doesn't wait
yeah. But like, yeah, and then like you know they get some fucking escorts.
and do a bunch of coke?"
Yeah, which I was like, did he really do coke for this movie? And they're like, no, it's fake. Like I'm like, sure, it's fake. Okay. Yeah, they're doing like coke off like these prostitutes like tits, and like they're about to fuck, and they kind of cut to the next morning, and you know Joaquin Phoenix is super disappointed he didn't get to meet Mr. Bad Boy himself, but they're like, hey, he's in Miami. You know, I think he'll
Right?
give
Yeah.
you
So
some
now it's like
time.
this chase. Let's follow Diddy around the country till we can finally meet him.
But so they're like, all right, cool. They have it all planned out. They're like, you're gonna meet him at his like, I don't know, is it his house or is it like some rented situation? I don't
I,
know.
I'm not sure, but it would. Yeah.
But like Joaquin Phoenix is like, cool, but you know, I don't want to be like, I don't want to be early. You know, like you know, that's not cool. You
Yeah, I
know,
don't want
that's
to
not
seem
hip
desperate.
hop. And so they kind of like what they, I think they do coke again. And his roommate's like, oh Jesus Christ, not
Oh, is
again.
that what he like runs out of weed and he's like,
Yeah.
you want me to meet Diddy and not have any weed?"
So they try like they go get weed and they end up getting there like an hour and a half late. But then as they're going in, like Diddy's leaving,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh fuck, man! I need to see it. I need to show him my CD. Like I feel like if you listen to my CD, it'll be dope, man. You know." And so
Right. And everything he's doing is now it's like through Diddy's promotion manager or something.
yeah, somewhere there. I mean, they also go to like Fountain Blue in Miami, and like the owner,
Yeah.
he's like, hey, yeah, you know, once you do your music career, you can come perform here if you want. And they're like, oh, cool, cool, tight, yeah, yeah, we'll definitely do that, you know. So, little setup for the future. And so, like, the manager, I believe, I don't know if it's his manager or if his agent, finally gets him. He's like, hey, Diddy's at this hotel. You know, luckily he's staying at your hotel.
Right. Yeah. You got to go right now.
You gotta go right now. And so Diddy's like, he opens the door. He's like, what the fuck? Why you got cameras? He's like, oh, we're doing like a documentary about me, you know, getting into hip hop, you know. And he's like, all right, man, what the fuck? You were supposed to see me like an hour and a half ago. You were late. I don't know why you were late, you know. And so they do a sit down, and he's like, why do you want to do this? And he's like, ah, you know, like he's mumbling this whole time, kind of like very disjointed in his like speech patterns.
Right. Yeah.
And he's like, you know, it's music, you know, it just really speaks to me and stuff like that. And Diddy's like listening. He has his like he's this is like during the era of making the band, so he's like having his making the band face, and he's like, all right, like, do you have money? And he's like, well, what do you mean? He's like, yo, you have that money to do this, you know? And he's like, oh man, like I thought, you know, we could collaborate. And he's like, no, like, oh wow, if I come over and ask you, like, hey, let's make a movie, I'm gonna come with money.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You need lights and you need sound and you need
Yeah, camera guys,
yeah, you need
director.
catering. You need.
Yeah,
He's like,
he's like, how
music's
much?
the same thing.
Yeah, music's the same thing. You need the sound engineering, you need the studio time, you need the producers, you need me. Yeah, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? It's like, oh man, like, all right, you know. And he's like, well, hey, you know, Diddy's like, hey, how about you figure that out, and then we can talk about it again. All right.
Yeah. And it's like what like I have like a little tiny recording studio. I got some recording stuff that I bought.
And he's like,
We'll just do it
wow.
there. And he's like, I'm Diddy. Like I'm not. We're doing this. If we're doing this, we're doing it for real.
Yeah, he's like, oh, this is a problem, man. You know, people just think they could buy like a microphone and get some Pro Tools and think that like it's good, which by the
Yeah.
way, it is. You know, there's a lot of people that got famous off of using BandLab on their fucking iPhones. Like that's what Steve Lacy did. Do you know who Steve Lacy is? I
Yeah.
wish I knew. Yeah, he did that on an iPhone. You know, it's the thing about like you're coming from professional to professional, right?
Yeah. Right.
And so like, you know, they leave and he's like super bummed out about it and he's like, "Oh man." You know, and then he has to do like some sort of press tour for his movie Two Lovers with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Right. Right.
And this is where we so he does the thing like, you know, he kind of half-asses it, you know, he's like in character about it, but then he does the Letterman thing.
Right. Yep.
And David Letterman's funny enough, you know, that dude, he ended up getting like a wild beard as well later on in his life. And he also was in trouble for Monica Lewinskying somebody. Right? Yeah, that's what happened. That's why he got off of TV. He didn't just retire. But he's like, yeah, so what's going on with this look? He's like, what do you mean? He's like, you look really disheveled right now. We're not like used to seeing you like this. He's like, this is just me, man. And he's like chewing gum. He's like, well, you're also chewing gum pretty loudly. And he's like, all right, fine. You want me to not chew gum? Here you go. He like says he sets his on his desk. He like drinks out of his mug too. And David Letterman's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Right. Yeah.
Because I mean, yeah, back in the day, David Letterman was like one of the prime time late night shows.
And really watching that clip, I remember like why I liked David Letterman so much back in like when I was in college. Like I would stay up like every night and watch David Letterman.
Yeah, because he's a good interviewer.
Yeah.
Like he's you know, he's good. He like, I mean, yeah, it was kind of like weird for him to bring it all up because I was like in my mind I would have been like, he's an actor, maybe he's preparing for a role, and so let me ask. He did it in a way where he was like asking playfully, but also
Right.
seriously.
But yeah, I like totally like I always remember like David Letterman was always like, if this person's not talking, I'm just gonna start, you know,
Roasting
picking on
them.
them.
Yeah.
Like, let's get them riled up at least. If they're not gonna be entertaining, let's make them mad.
You know,
And
you're on
he
this
was
show.
great at
You
that.
know, you're on this show. Like, fucking come with like a sense of humor. You know.
Oh, right. Yep.
And like talking points, Jesus. And so like, yeah, after that, dude, like the newsreels went wild. They're like, oh my god, Joaquin Phoenix totally shit the bed in his premiere. He left early, and then like he had the Letterman thing and he fucked that up. What a fucking weirdo. He must be on drugs. The whole time he's doing cocaine. Supposedly fake cocaine. But you never know. And so yeah, he gets back to LA and he's really kind of tearing down all the relationships that are around him. And it's getting pretty bad. Like, you know, his roommate, like he's like you know, this is where they get into like this huge argument, and he comes back and later apologizes and then gets into another argument, and then he ends up shitting on him on his face.
Right. Yeah. No. His two guys put up with a lot.
Yeah, because like
Yeah,
I mean, you feel for the roommate, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because he's like, hey, listen, man, you're not gonna keep treating me like shit, you know? Because he's like, I've been trying to help you with this like music stuff. You're not taking any of my suggestions, and like at this point, like Joaquin Phoenix, he thinks he's like Eminem. He's like,
Right.
bro,
Yeah.
people just don't
He's like,
understand.
I got two nominations. What do you have? You don't have nothing. You.
Hey, he's like, you know, but like, because like in the middle of like somewhere along in this fucking movie, he does like he raps at some club, and they're like, "Boo, that shit sucks," and like he's like, "No, you gotta stop the beat, man. It's all wrong. The rhythm's all wrong."
Yeah. The beats too fast. I'm not used to going that fast.
Honestly though, like I feel like Joaquin Phoenix, if he actually wanted to do music, he probably could have done like some sort of like Swayze. Like back in the day, there was this artist named Swayze. I feel like
Hmm.
he could have done,
I
yeah,
because like he ends up he did like a Johnny Cash or
yeah, he did. John, that's what he walked the line. That's what he got
yeah
those awards for.
yeah
Like he could have done some sort of like country hip hop thing. That would have worked. That would have been his wheelhouse, you know.
right yeah
Uh, and yeah, it's all yeah. This dude shits, literally shits on his face, and obviously he fucking bounces. He's like, "Yeah, I'm out of here." But he gets a call. Right? It's been like a couple weeks. No, it's been like probably a couple months since the whole Diddy situation. And like he's like, yeah, like yeah, he said he would call like in couple weeks. It's been a month and he hasn't called. Maybe he's just really busy, being
but I don't want to
puffy.
bother him because I don't want to like
Yeah,
piss him off.
this is my one shot. This is the shot to like make a
You're
big
right.
album.
It had to be like some time because he was making comments about he was like, wow, like I forget how much it is to live like in this like New York apartment.
Oh
When I
no,
was
L.A. apartment.
LA apartment. When I had movies, it was like, I didn't even think about money, but if I don't have some money come in soon, I'm not going to be able to stay here.
Which I was like, nah, that can't be real either. Yeah, he has a ton of residuals, but then he's also like he's also at night watching some award show around the world. People are making fun of him. Like they like Ben Stiller was like, "This is where I'm getting my fucking get back, you
Right.
fucking
Yep.
dick." Yeah, yeah. He's like presenting some. I remember that too. He was presenting
Yeah.
some award with Natalie Portman, and I was like, "Where is this from?" It's like, "Is this? Oh, it's the fucking Letterman thing. Holy shit!" Like even in Europe, they're doing it. They're making fun of him, and he's having like this breakdown, right? But Diddy finally contacts him. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna be in my studio in L.A. Come, if you want to show me your music, come through." And so he's hyped. He's like, "Cool." He like gets in his car. He's driving there, and he's super awkward in this studio. And he's like standing behind Diddy, and Diddy's like, "How long have you been fucking standing there, dude?" He's like, "Oh, just a couple of seconds."
Just a couple seconds.
He's like, "All right, man, here, come, all right, here, let's talk about this, right?" And he's like, "I want you to listen to my CD." And he's like, "Yeah, play track one," and it's like this like garbage ass fucking song. And Diddy's like, he has this face, he has this look on his face. He's like, "Oh my god,"
Yeah.
And then he plays a couple more, and like probably the nicest I've ever seen Diddy trying to critique someone's music. He's like,
Because he's like, play track 6, and it starts playing, and Diddy's like, oh yeah, okay, let's next one.
yeah. He's like, yeah, and it's just like, yeah. And so he's like, yeah, so like, what do you think, man? Because like he's been marketing this album, and he's like, yeah, Diddy's gonna produce it.
Right.
So Diddy's like, hey, man, you gotta stop telling people I'm on this shit, because I got a brand, And he's like telling him, he's like, listen, man, like it's fine, like it sounds like all right. Maybe get some indie producers that's gonna come help you do this. And Joaquin's like, what about you? He's like, oh no, I'm too good for that.
Yeah, you're not at this level yet.
Yeah, you're like yeah, nah, I'm not putting my name on that. And so yeah, he's like, yeah, but like good luck, man. Like like get you a producer, like a up and coming one, one that needs bread, and then you get there, And then all of a sudden he gets so he's produced his own album, and so he gets a call from, or he like kind of contacts the guy from Fontainebleau in
Yeah.
Miami, and he's like, hey, like like I got my album out, I'm trying to perform. You said I can come through and perform. And the guy's like, oh yeah, and you know, the guy's like, it's still Joaquin Phoenix. He'll still pack that club.
Right, exactly.
And so he's like, yeah, what about like a Wednesday? And like, you know, it's different for us because we're in Vegas. Like Wednesdays are dead days.
Right. Yep.
You know, but like, you know, it's Miami. You know, probably. I mean, here too. Like every day is busy, but like Wednesdays, come on, man.
Right. His manager friends all like, no. He said Wednesday's good because it's a little more chill, so like the people can like really listen to your lyrics. It's not like totally party scene where like
Yeah.
you're just gonna fade into the background.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, people will get you more, you know, and like that the whole time, like Joaquin Phoenix is like, yo, people just don't understand my music. My lyrics are deep, man.
Right. Right. And then you listen to him, and it's all like about like how famous he is, and like it's like super unrelatable. Like it's
Yeah.
deep to him, but like
It,
not to anybody else.
it's Kanye West dark and twisted fantasy. Where like, damn, I can't relate to Kanye West anymore. He's talking about like rich people shit. You know, me, I've always been like 1 through 3: college dropout, late registration, and graduation. Those are like goated albums in my book because I was like, I could relate to that.
Right, exactly, yeah.
808s and Heartbreaks, I can relate to that too because when that came out, I was really sad. But Dark and Twisted Fantasy is like, you lost me, man. This is rich people problems now. And so he performs. He like performs at Fontainebleau, but the crowd is hyped at first. They're like, oh, I want to hear this. And he keeps going to like, yo, this sucks. A woman is like, what are you doing? And Joaquin Phoenix is like, shut up, bitch. I got $1 million in my account. What do you have? And he ends up, what is it? Does he end up like crowd diving into her or something like that?
Somebody starts heckling him, and yeah, he just dives.
And again, he ends up on Entertainment Tonight. Joaquin Phoenix fucking swan dives at a party goer at a club in Miami after his failed performance of his rap album.
Right, and at that point, they're like, "Is this some kind of hoax?
Oh,
Is this some kind of joke?"
Uh,
People don't understand what he's doing.
Yeah, the whole time, yeah, people are like, this has to be fake, right? This, and it's so funny because it was like, if I was them, like Casey Affleck and Joaquin Phoenix, I'd be like shitting my pants because they're like, no, it's not fake. Please don't think it's fake. Oh my god! And so
But I guess the idea was that, like, whether it's fake or real, you just do enough obnoxious things and you just keep getting put on the news. When this documentary finally comes out, everybody's going to want to see it.
They're gonna be like, oh my god. And I believe this is like we're getting towards the end of the movie where Joaquin Phoenix is just like so mentally drained from playing this
he has
character.
like a little breakdown in his limo, and he like makes him pull over, and he just like climbs into the bushes on the side of the road.
Yeah,
he was like, hey, I was an actor and I was good and people love me. And
what am I doing?
What am I doing?
I totally fucked my life.
And I told everybody so hard that I was giving up acting that I can't. There's no way I could go back to it.
There's so many ways. You could always come back to it.
Right. Yeah. It's like WWE. Yeah. How many times has the wrestler retired?
He came back.
Come back.
Right. And so he decides, he's like, I'm gonna go to Panama. I gotta go see my dad, and just reset. Right. Yep. And then we're really coming to the close of this movie where he's like, they're flying to Panama. Take like 2 plane rides and a boat. I was like, damn, his dad lives far. And and it's kind of just like a montage of him kind of just like almost like shedding away this character that he's been playing for 2 years.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then we end the movie of him like in a river, kind of just walking into the river. I'm pretty sure symbolizing like I'm done with this character, and the movie ends there. So, but before we get into our thoughts about this movie, let's get to our other section where Colby reads the high star and I read the low star.
10 out of 10. So good, people still believe it. I can't recommend this movie enough. I remember when it came out, sitting and watching this and hoping from hysterical laughter, hopping from hysterical laughter
Oh
to
yeah.
incredibly sad, confused, and a whole range of emotions. The whole thing is put on with what may be the best sustained performance of all time. It was so good that I'd say half the people to this day still think that it was a real stunt. But for me, it was the final scene when I originally watched it that really clues you in for this being scripted. I remember it made me realize how easy it was to get people to believe in reality TV and reality movies. Despite being clearly scripted, people can't shake the idea that this was real. Um, and they were so wrapped up on having a spectacle to laugh at and feel better about themselves that they stopped paying attention and missed all the hints that were so obvious that it was scripted. You can say the same with any reality show, and I think that's what they were going for with this film. Anyway, it rules, and I listed in my top 20 of all time.
Whew. And then I have 108 minutes you will never get back. 1 out of 10. This is the worst movie I ever saw. I don't care if it was a hoax or not. There was no plot. If you want to be bored for the running time of this movie, go ahead and waste your money. Lacking ingenuity and creativity, someone had to make this movie. Someone had to make this movie. One cannot sink any lower in life. It just goes on and on about a loser who has lost the plot and who has no idea what he's doing. If this is called artistic talent, then we as a society are in serious trouble. If this movie was made in some third world country, they would have probably rounded up the entire crew and had them shot. It is bad. This is probably the type of review this movie wants. Oh man, yeah. It's I typically don't like these kind of movies where it's like real people in it, just because of how like cringe worthy it is.
Right. Yeah. So it's interesting because if they would have just changed his name to, even if they just called him JP the whole time,
Yeah,
it would have been a different movie. But because they used Joaquin Phoenix and he used his real name, all of a sudden it's like people can't grasp that it's not real.
I know, but like I mean, I'll give it to Joaquin Phoenix for dedicating 2 years of his real life to this.
Right. Yep.
Because like God, it's like 2 years of like I mean, okay, for him it's like an inside joke. He's like, I can't
Right.
believe people are falling for this. Yeah, but like I think I would still like I would have to act like that character in real life with real people, and I would just go home feeling so shitty. Like, oh my God, I
Oh,
just
but again, it's like when Jim Carrey did Man on the Moon,
mhm.
and he was like, I got into that character and I just couldn't get out of it. And like it was too hard to get in and out of that character. So I
Yeah.
just stayed Andy Kaufman for like the 6 months we were filming, and that like just how draining it was at the end. But it was like I could totally see that. But then he ended up doing it for like 2 years. It was
Yeah. That's even like the thing about with the Man on the Moon, right? Is like those people know what's happening. With this,
But you're right. But it's interesting because he like played a part. It's like if somebody redid Joaquin Phoenix in this
yeah,
movie 10 years from now.
I know,
I'm
yeah,
still here.
yeah. But like at least like when like the whole man on the moon thing, like like that's someone dedicating to their craft, and then yeah, he might have been hard to deal with, like during filming, but like at least as a staff member during that whole movie, you knew what he was doing. Joaquin Phoenix, the anxiety of the uncertainty that people have when facing somebody like that. You're like, what's going on with you right now? Like, and not having an answer for 2 years, and then
Right.
like, yeah, coming out like I think he went on Letterman again after the movie was done, right?
Right. And I actually found that and I watched that and it's really interesting because Letterman was like, I knew there was something and I knew you just weren't like on drugs and you were that there was some bit going on that just nobody here in the studio had any idea, wasn't involved in.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, okay, well, he's gonna be a weirdo. I'm just gonna like start
Being
taking zings at him.
yeah, and then like, yeah, God, like the mental fortitude that Joaquin Phoenix had to do that, I was like, it was pretty high, right? And also, I was like, wow, how much unused footage do they have? Because I mean, he's still playing a character, so he's like still acting when like other people aren't around.
Right.
So I gotta wonder how draining that was. And like for as far as the music goes, I really couldn't listen to a lot of it. Like when he started playing, especially when he started playing the stuff for Diddy, and like so I went I looked it up, and then they said like Diddy had some prior knowledge of what's happening, but still not the full scope.
Right. But his like that he was clued in, but not scripted. So everything that he said was just his true reactions and like improv reactions to
Because Diddy was like, I don't know how far they're gonna take this, but if he puts that thing out, it's gonna bomb. Like one, I don't know what record company is gonna take that, but they shouldn't.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, and like, oh yeah, and I just like it was so hard for me to watch, which I guess like is a part of the whole like that's the reaction that they possibly could have wanted as well. Is like I want this to be hard to watch.
Yeah. I and it was vulgar and it was like, you know, way more penis dangling than
Yeah, then I wanted.
needed to be. But there you doing coke. I guess you do coke and dicks come out. I don't know. I feel like that's a thing. But yeah, it, it was well enough done that like if you didn't know you could be tricked because
Yeah,
like I've seen like but the Madonna Truth or Dare and like a bunch of different kind of documentaries on people or like the let's film while this album gets produced and there's always like that hard time. Is it gonna make it? Our funding fell through,
yeah,
whatever. And there's like and so it did a great job reflecting all those like mocking those other movies.
yeah,
So like I knew that it was fake just because I was looking for a mockumentary and I was like, oh hey, Joaquin Phoenix's movie of. But then I started watching and I was like, oh, maybe this really happened and it just failed, so he went back to acting. But then like as I got about halfway in, I was like, this movie is so well done, making fun of
the making of
actors
yeah,
trying to do these other because there's so many actors who want to become musicians or musicians that want to become actors and it just
Yeah, I
They
definitely.
don't have that crossover, and like it got it got funnier. Like the beginning was like, oh, this is a little hard to watch. This is just like he's terrible, and I don't get what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then it starts getting funnier, and then once it hits that David Letterman show, I, I was cracking up, and Teresa was like, well, "What the hell are you laughing at?" And I'm like, "This is so funny. Like this is like a total black comedy."
Yeah.
And then it just like once I got in, like once I started laughing at it, then it was like joke after joke that was like hitting me from this movie, and it was just by the end I was like, I absolutely love this movie. This was started off hard, but like
Yeah. Maybe I have to. I'm already like dreading watching it again, but
and
maybe I have to
part
watch it
and
again.
like you said, like you're like I can't even listen to this music, and that was part of that joke. Is like you have this music that is this bad that you think is top tier. I'm gonna produce with Diddy good, and just like Diddy's face when he's listening to it, and it's just like no, okay, like just next track. And then it's like 2 seconds into the next track, and he's like, "Nope, not that one. Give me another one."
Yeah, that I think that's what made it harder for me though, is because like I love like hip hop, like especially '90s hip hop so much
Mm.
that it's almost like, you're not taking this serious. Which
I,
I don't know how serious he was. I'm hoping he wasn't because I was like, you, Randall Park, the Korean actor who plays Jim on The Office.
yeah,
He's an actor, but like he's like rapped. He even had a movie where he was like like a former rapper, and like he has like this sort of cadence where it's kind of like that's kind of like it's kind of like almost at this point lame, but because of like his writing ability, it's like, oh, it's actually, his lyrically it's really good. The delivery could probably, it's a little like stiff, but like it's like he's actually good for an actor type, and he's like good for somebody that probably just does it for fun,
right.
and then him doing it, I was like, this is, I guess you can call it avant-garde hip hop.
No, it was just terrible.
It was
That
just
was, but he thought it was so good. He was like, I am going to be like not even the next white rapper. I'm going to be the next big name.
yeah. And so I think that's where like a lot of my problems stem from. I was like, man, if he was like doing some other genre that I really wasn't like a huge fan of, this would be hilarious. Like this, because it's like you're like, yeah, it stems into that territory where it's like it's so bad it's funny. But because I love hip hop so much, it's like I'm mad now. I'm so upset right now.
But it's like it's the first one we did this one with Sandberg, and it's a pop star.
Never stop popping.
That if those songs were really bad, it would have been some very
Hard to watch.
more like this.
Yeah.
That one was just it just worked because it worked really well because the songs were so catchy, earworm pop songs, and like
Yeah. Like they were
and
still
here it
bad.
was just the opposite. It was like
Like the Andy Samberg movie, that was still bad, but like it was hilarious. Like it was comedy, like it was super Weird Al bad. Where it's
yeah,
like it's funny, like
yeah.
especially the fuck Bin Laden one. That was like, I hate that I like this so much right now. It's so stupid. But like, yeah, you're right, because like this one, Joaquin Phoenix was his character was doing it so seriously
Yeah, yeah.
that like that's where I was like, it made it bad for me. If he just did something that was like bad funny, I think this would have been an easier watch for me. But we're coming up to our hour, so I want to go ahead and thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to check all of our other months down below, where we have a bunch of different theme months. We have like foreign movies. We have teacher specific months. we have
we did a musical month, not just documentaries, but actual musicals.
Actual good musicals. We have a bunch out there for you, so make sure to check that down below. But if this is the first time you guys are joining us, we do reviews in 4 different sections. We have Stream It, DVD, Blu-ray, and the Ultimate Box Collection. Colby, where are you at for this one?
I hate to say it, but I gotta go Blu-ray. Like I would force people to watch this movie.
I know you would. You're gonna sit down and we're gonna make some popcorn, maybe buy some pizzas and beers.
Yep.
And see, I feel like if I had pizzas and beers, I would have been fine. I watched this. I'm eating so healthy now. It's so boring.
I'm eating healthy, so my movies suck.
Yeah.
Tampering my viewing experience.
I've been like limiting my sugar, so like I'm gray all the time now. This is why comedians aren't funny when they lose weight.
It's true. It's true.
Oh man, maybe once I like get into like, if I had pizza and beer, I'd DVD this. But if I'm watching this sober, like food sober, I'd probably stream it. Like, I'll show a couple friends because you're like, you gotta watch this guy lose his mind for like.
There's some parts.
Oh god, when he was like throwing up, I was like, that's a lot of fucking throw up, dude.
Apparently,
that's real.
Is one of his real life talents is he can throw up on command. Oh, so that was real vomit.
I don't know if you can call that a talent. I guess you can.
Like he's like they were saying that like he doesn't have to like stick a finger down his throat or gag himself or something. He can just throw up on command.
You know what? Yeah, it is a talent because there's a girl on TikTok that can queef on command, and I find that hilarious. And I was like, that's muscle control. So, you know what? I'm sorry. I would probably... Yeah, this is a talent. Also, by the way, I wanted to say this earlier, but I kind of lost my place on when I wanted to say it. But you know what? If this movie came out like on a YouTube like thing and in parts, I think that would have been a lot more easier for me to digest. Like a little 20, maybe 15 minutes. And like... Like, it would have been crazy, too, is like during that time, 2008, 2010, if they had done it 2010, release it on YouTube, that would have been like, whoa, oh my God. Like one of the first like little YouTube docuseries.
Yeah. Or like a VH1 kind of behind the music, and they did it like little 15 minutes, like every week. You get through it, and your 15 minutes is only like 9 once you put a commercial break in there.
That would have been like, I think that would have been more easily digestible for me on a sober stomach. Pizza and beer, you can get me to stay for anything. I think that's why I stayed for like when you threw a Sharknado party or something. You're like, hey,
pizza place.
We're gonna do it at a pizza place. We're pizza and beer. I'm like, all right, I'll watch Sharknado 9 or whatever it was. Oh man, but thank you guys for joining us. My name is make sure to check all of our links down below where we have all our social medias.
Yeah, we got our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, TikTok, YouTube. We're on everything. Find us, like us,
share us. Thank you guys for joining us. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys want to check out this theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage. It's on our album Music Podcast 3, and the Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.